Students, in last video in this chapter, transportation in animals and plants, we have discussed about composition of blood. And blood is made up by the solid components and liquid components. And in solid components, RBC, WBC and platelets are included, and in liquid components, plasma come. So, and in this video we will discuss about blood vessels and structure of heart and blood circulation in human body, that how does heart take parts in the blood circulation in human body. So let me discuss about blood vessel. What is blood vessel? The blood vessels are a kind of tubes through which the blood flows. So blood vessels are three types: arteries, veins and capillaries. In human body, blood flow in blood vessels, and blood vessels are of three types. And you know that blood are of two types, pure and impure. And pure blood means the blood contains oxygens, we call pure blood or oxygenated blood. And the blood that contains impure blood, the blood that contains deoxygen, we call that blood deoxygenated blood. And in arteries always oxygenated blood flows, oxygenated, and in veins deoxygenated blood flows, deoxygenated. And capillaries are the thin blood vessels that connect arteries to the veins, such as suppose this is artery in which pure blood flow, and this is veins in which impure blood flows, deoxygenated blood flows. And capillaries is the thin blood vessels. They are thin, they are very thin. The structure of capillary like this type, they are thin than arteries and capillaries, and thin blood vessels connect arteries to the veins. So students, we discuss about the characteristics of arteries. Arteries are the blood vessels that carry blood from the heart to various parts of the body. Students, to understand about the blood vessels, arteries, veins and capillaries, let me discuss about some more important points about the heart, that how heart pumps blood to the whole body parts, and how from whole body parts blood is transported to the heart. Students, so in this diagram we will discuss about the blood circulation, that how blood circulation happens through the heart, and about deoxygenated and oxygenated blood. You know that inhaled air reach the lungs, and inhale air that reach the lungs, that air such as oxygen that enter in our lungs through the inhalation process, you know. And as this oxygen air enter the lungs, and the capillaries of the lungs, such as these are the capillaries of the lungs. So this oxygen enter into blood capillaries of the lungs, and this blood become oxygenated blood. And blood capillaries of the lungs means that all the organs or cells are surrounded with blood vessels. Our hands, our legs, hands, all the body parts are covered with blood vessels. So lungs also having blood vessels, and arteries and veins both are connected with lungs, and the capillaries are thin blood vessels that connect arteries to the veins. So these are the thin blood vessels of the lungs. And as we inhale oxygen, that oxygen enter into blood capillaries of the lungs, and that blood capillaries becomes oxygenated blood. And as oxygenated blood this capillaries have, so we show this blood capillaries as red color, okay. And this blood further collected into veins. Students, there is important concept that in arteries always oxygenated blood flows, and in veins always deoxygenated blood flows. Okay, but the blood that is carried out by the lungs to the heart, that blood flow in pulmonary veins. So this is pulmonary veins. Okay, and this is exception. In pure blood always flow in arteries, but the blood that is carried out from the lungs to the heart, that blood is flow in pulmonary vein, and this is pulmonary vein. And whole blood that becomes pure because of the coming oxygen from the lungs into that blood. That whole blood is transported in the heart part. So this is heart part, and heart has four chamber, first, two, three, and four, and the blood that flow in pulmonary veins enter into this part. And heart has four parts, and in four parts, upper two parts are known as atrium. This is also atrium. And lower two parts, this is ventricle, and this is also ventricle. And this side part, in which pure blood is present in that part of heart we call left part. In the left part of heart always contain pure blood or oxygenated blood, and in the right part of the heart always deoxygenated blood present, right ventricle. So upper two part called atrium, and lower two parts of heart called ventricle. And here are valve present, TV and BV, tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve. And students, valve means the valve act as a gate through which blood are allowed to be flow into other chambers, so they are called as valve. Okay, so we here will understand about that how blood is transported from one part of the other into other part, and how blood is transported from the heart to the whole body part. So firstly, through pulmonary veins, blood enter into left atrium. Okay, and when blood enter into left atrium, and when blood are continuously entering into left atrium, at this time when left atrium collect the blood from pulmonary veins, at that time left atrium remains relaxed position, such as when blood enter into left atrium and continuously entering into left atrium through this pulmonary vein, then left atrium remains in a relaxed position, such as our hand. And when complete blood collected in this left atrium, this bicuspid valve open and this left atrium contract, and because of the contraction, whole blood slowly comes out of the left atrium and collected into left ventricle. And when left ventricle receiving the blood from left atrium by the opening of bicuspid valve, then left ventricle remains relaxed position. And when whole blood collected in left ventricle, then left ventricle contract, and whole blood are supplied into further chamber that we call, and about that we will discuss later. So okay, so from left atrium blood enter into left ventricle. Okay students, and from left ventricle a main artery that we call aorta. So whole blood after the contraction of left ventricle, whole blood collected into aorta. Aorta is a main artery, and you know in artery always oxygenated blood flow. So this is artery, and from aorta, this aorta further divided into arteries. Arteries is the plural word. Arteries, ARTERIES, and this artery is a plural word and singular word is artery. So they are whole artery, and from aorta blood are transported from in arteries, and by these arteries whole blood is transported to each body parts. and this artery further divided into smaller capillaries, such as this is our hand, okay, and each organ in our body is connected with arteries and veins. Suppose arteries containing blood enter into our hand, and each cell of the heart how receives the blood. So arteries further divided into smaller parts, and this smaller part we called capillaries, in which pure blood is flown. So capillaries contains pure and impure blood both, but if arteries divide into smaller part, then the capillaries contains pure blood, so that each part of this hand, or each smaller part, or each cell can be supplied with blood. So arteries divided into further smaller parts. In a same manner, this arteries further divided into smaller parts, and this smaller part we called capillaries, so that smaller part of organ or each cell of our body can come in contact with the blood. Capillaries. So this arteries further divided into smaller parts and become capillaries, and through these capillaries each smaller part of organ can come in the contact with blood. And at the same time, such as this is our body cell, and as this body cell come in the contact with the blood because of capillaries, because blood flow in capillaries, so because of this capillaries, as blood cell contact with the blood, and from blood oxygen and food enter into our body cell, and because of this food and oxygen, at the same time when oxygen and food enter from capillaries in the body cell, at the same time a waste product that we call CO2 enter in blood vessel, as enter in blood capillaries. And due to the entering of CO2, this blood capillaries color is blue color, because waste product that enter into blood capillaries, because of this CO2, blood capillaries color becomes blue, okay. And as this arteries further divided into smaller parts and make capillaries, so and these capillaries in which deoxygenated blood present, all the blood capillaries combine together and form vein in which deoxygenated blood flow. This is vein, and all body parts and all the veins from all the body parts carry blood. And what blood they carry? They carry deoxygenated blood from the body cells or from the body parts, and the blood that is carried by vein, that blood is carried up to the region of heart. And what reason? And up to what reason this blood is carried to the heart? And this deoxygenated blood through the vein enter into right atrium of the heart. And at first, when this part of the heart is in the condition of receiving blood from this vein, this is remain relaxed, and when whole blood is collected in the right atrium, it becomes contract, and because of the contraction, tricuspid valve open, and because of this opening of tricuspid valve, whole blood started to be slowly coming down into right ventricle. And when this right ventricle contains complete blood that comes from right ventricle, and whole blood from right ventricle when whole blood from right atrium collected into right ventricle, then in that condition right ventricle contract and whole blood, and in that condition whole blood from right ventricles go into the lungs, and the blood vessels that helps the blood to be transported from right ventricle to the heart, that blood vessel is pulmonary artery. So the whole blood from the right ventricle part of the heart is transported to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. You know that artery contains always oxygenated blood, but this is exception, that pulmonary artery contains deoxygenated blood, and through pulmonary arteries from the right part of the heart, blood is transported to the lungs to be pure, to be become oxygenated. And as this blood is supplied to the lungs region, what happens? This pulmonary artery, after entering into the lungs, becomes distributed and further distributed into blood capillaries that contains deoxygenated blood. And in that condition, this blood capillaries contain CO2, and as this pulmonary artery distributed into further smaller part that we call blood capillaries, this CO2 that is present in this blood capillaries, through the process of exhalation, this CO2 comes out of our body from the lungs region through the process of exhalation. Okay, and through the process of inhalation, oxygen enter into the blood capillaries of the lungs, as oxygen enter into our lungs through the process of inhalation. So students, I hope this blood circulation of human body you have understood very well. And what the main concept of this whole process, that blood flow in blood vessels, and blood vessels further distributed and make blood capillaries. And suppose this is our lungs part and this is pulmonary artery, and this further distributed, and CO2 through the process of exhalation, CO2 comes out of our body, and as in our lungs oxygen is entered, then this oxygen mixed into the blood, and in that condition blood becomes oxygenated, and because of this process this blood capillaries of the lungs color is red, and from here whole blood is collected and flow in pulmonary vein and reach into the heart. And this is a main concept. And here what happen in the body parts? Body parts is supplied with blood vessels, and when let's see again, and when whole blood, suppose this is aorta, and from aorta arteries, aorta further distributed into arteries, and through the arteries blood reach each part of the body and each part of the body cells, and such as this is body cell, and this is blood capillaries, and blood capillaries contain oxygen in this, and this oxygen enter into our body cell, and this blood capillaries also contain food, so food and oxygen also enter into our body cell, and at the same time CO2 as a waste product from our body cell enter into the blood, and that blood becomes blue, and this is blood capillaries that contains blue color, and by the joining of these blood capillaries veins formation occurs, vein, this is vein, and by the joining of blood capillaries that contain oxygen, artery is formed. Okay students, so now we come at our previous point again, arteries, veins and capillaries. So what is arteries? Arteries are the blood vessels that carry blood from the heart to various part of the body. So now you may have well understood about this line, because we have understood about the circulation of blood that happens through the heart and through the blood vessels. And now you can think that how this blood carry through the arteries from heart to various part of the body. All the arteries except the pulmonary artery carry oxygen rich blood, and you have understood this very well, that pulmonary arteries that originated from the lungs region to the transportation of blood to the heart, and the part of the heart of the left part. So students, all the arteries except the pulmonary artery carry oxygen rich blood, as we have discussed about pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery carry blood from the right part of the heart to the lungs region, so that blood that flow in the right, that is present in right part of the heart, become pure and become deoxygenated after reaching into the lungs region. So all the arteries carry oxygen rich blood, and the arteries have thick and elastic muscular wall, and arteries have thick and elastic muscular wall. Elastic muscular wall, elastic means that can be stretched, that mean that is the mean of elastic, that things that can be stretched. So arteries have thick and elastic. Muscular means that made up of muscles, muscular walls, and thick and muscular walls, because the blood flow is rapid. Blood flow in arteries very quickly and at a high pressure. So because of the flowing blood at a very fast rate and under the pressure, there is a requirement that these arteries have thick and elastic muscular walls. And next is the arteries lie quite deep under our skin, such as this is our hand, and these arteries lie quite deep, बहुत ज़्यादा they are situated into a very deep region of our hand or under our skin, and hence they are not easily seen. So why are arteries are not easily seen? Because they are situated under very deep under our skin, hence they are not easily seen. Next is veins. Veins are the blood vessels that carry blood from all parts of the body back to the heart. So blood and all veins except pulmonary veins carry carbon dioxide rich blood. We have discussed about this. What is the working of pulmonary vein, in which pure blood or deoxygenated blood flow. The veins have thin and less elastic muscular walls, because the blood flow is not rapid, because in the veins blood is not flow at a very fast rate and is not flow very quickly, and blood flow in veins, that blood flow in veins at a low pressure. So there is no requirement that veins veins must have thick and elastic muscular walls. So student, next is the veins are less deeply situated than arteries, and we can easily see the blue color blood vessels over the surface of skin by naked eye. Students, next is capillaries. Capillaries are extremely thin blood vessels which connect arteries to veins, and we can say that, such as in this diagram, arteries distributed into smaller capillaries, and that arteries further distributed into smaller parts, and that smaller part we call capillaries, and veins further distributed into smaller parts, and that smaller part we call capillaries. And capillary contain both blood, oxygenated and deoxygenated, and if this capillaries is formed from arteries, then contain oxygenated blood, and if this capillaries formed from vein, that in that condition capillaries contain deoxygenated blood. So capillaries, so here definition of capillaries is, capillary are extremely thin blood vessels which are connect arteries to the veins. Through the thin walls of the capillaries, exchange of material takes place. And how exchange of material takes place, let me understand. In this mechanism we have understood about in blood circulation of human body a few times ago. So this is body cell, and each body cell is connected with the supply of blood. You know about this. So this is artery, and this is capillary. Food and oxygen is supplied from capillaries to the body cell. So this is food and oxygen that is supplied from capillaries to the body cell and reach into the body cell. So this is food and oxygen. And at the same time, carbon dioxide as a waste product is produced by our cell, and from this side also, as a waste product, carbon dioxide is produced from this body cell, and because of this cell receive food and oxygen in it, and as a result carbon dioxide is produced, that is waste product from the cell, and this carbon dioxide enter into the blood, and this food and oxygen enter into body cell from this part of the blood. This part of the blood means these capillaries that contain pure blood, oxygenated blood. And why this blood becomes deoxygenated? Because CO2 enter into blood and make blood deoxygenated, and this capillaries join together and makes vein in which deoxygenated blood flow, and arteries in which oxygenated blood flows. So students, I hope you have understood this very well. So students, this is heart, and about the whole summary of heart I have told you. And heart, it is an organ which pumps blood to all the parts of our body, and how this how heart pumps the blood whole parts of the body. We have seen through the blood vessels. It is located between the lungs in the chest cavity, such as this is two lungs, and between the two lungs, and it is located between the lungs and chest cavity. So this cavity is known as chest cavity. Such as, students, this is lungs, and between the two lungs heart is situated. Such as here heart is situated between the two lungs, and this is chest cavity. And this heart is situated towards the left, towards the side of left lungs, because this is the left lung. And so this is about the introduction of heart. And heart is covered with a membrane that we call pericardium, and this membrane is a double membrane. So heart is covered with a double membrane that we call pericardium. And you know about the tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve. Tricuspid valve allow blood to flow from right atrium to right ventricle, right atrium to right ventricle, and bicuspid valve which allow blood to flow from left ventricle to right ventricle. So student, this is our heart, and as we know that heart has 4 chambers in blood circulation diagram. You have understood the mechanism of blood circulation in body, and this is the real structure of heart. So let me discuss about where is pulmonary artery here, where is pulmonary veins, aorta and veins. So, and as we discussed that heart has 4 chambers. So where are these 4 chambers here? This is 2 chamber and 2 chamber here. Right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle and right ventricle. This is tricuspid valve, bicuspid valve, and this is septum. Septum separate septum the heart left part from its right part, and this septum prevent the mixing of blood from oxygenated blood with deoxygenated blood. So oxygenated and deoxygenated bloods remain separated because of this septum. And right part of the heart contain always impure blood, left part of the heart always contain pure blood. So this is the 4 parts that we have discussed in our this diagram. And you know that all that veins carrying blood from the body. At first we started from this part, veins carrying blood from the body. This is that veins, and this is also this veins that in which impure blood is carried from the body parts and collected in the right atrium, and after the collecting from right atrium collected into right ventricle, following by the opening of this tricuspid valve, and after the collection of blood in right ventricle, from this right ventricle whole blood is supplied to the lungs region through this pulmonary artery. Suppose this blood is flown from this part of the heart to the artery, and through the artery this blood reach through the region of lungs. Okay, and as this blood becomes pure in lungs, in that condition pure blood from the lungs flow in pulmonary veins. These are both pulmonary veins, and pure blood or oxygenated blood from lungs is flown in pulmonary veins, and through this pulmonary veins whole blood is collected in left atrium, and as this bicuspid valve open whole blood is collected into right ventricle, and from right ventricle whole blood is supplied into aorta. Aorta is a main artery, and this artery further distributed into smaller arteries, and through these arteries all blood are transported from the up to the all regions of the body. And this blood vessel also is a part of aorta. So now you will not confused about these blood vessel. What is this? This is also vein, that is through which all blood from the body parts is supplied to the right atrium. Okay, so this is internal structure of human heart. And students, blood circulation in human body, about taking this diagram I have told you, and the theory of blood circulation is in your book, and you can read the theory of blood circulation from your book. I have told you about the whole mechanism of blood circulation. I hope you have understood this all topic very well. Thank you.